Hey, I'm Hannah over here at Everybody's Coffee in Uptown Chicago, and today we're going to talk to you guys about tea. So today we have 5 different types of tea. I'm just going to go through one-on-one and just break it down for you. But first we're going to start with this very delightful green tea. It's also a spring tea, so it's a very specific type of tea. So the way that green tea is processed, it's a very quick process, but it's different from all the others. So green tea is taken, so imagine this is your stem, and you got a leaf. Imagine a little bud. They take this little bud right here, pluck it off, and then process that. They quickly steam it and then dry preserve it so it has as much flavor as possible. It's definitely the more delicate of the teas, but it's really good all on its own. We're going to talk about the oolong here that we have. This one, it looks very different from the others. It's processed and how it's made. So they take the oolong tea and they take the leaf, bud, and the stem, and they pluck those off, and then what they do is they roll them in these mechanisms to kind of bruise the tea, kind of like an apple. You know, you cut an apple, it oxidizes and it turns brown inside. Well, that's what happens with tea as well. And specifically for oolong, it's that bruising and rolling and heating motion that creates a flavor just for oolong. It has its own flavor and color, and it's very all its own. The next one we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about this black tea. I really like black tea. It's probably one of my favorites. I'm biased. I'm from the South. But black tea. So black tea, what they do is they take mature leaves, so not the bud, but they take mature leaves, and it can range from where they take it from. But they take them, and what they do is they have these little mechanisms that cut the leaf. But not fully cut the leaf, just bruise the leaf enough to make those oils come out and oxidize and reach the air, and everything's aged differently in that area with black tea, and there's so many different types of black tea, but that's the singular thing that makes black tea. Black tea is that bruising and letting it oxidize and get that sharp flavor. That's very common with black tea. And then we get even darker, literally dark tea. Most common dark tea is probably our pu'er tea. That's processed very similarly to black tea. They take it, they bruise it, they let it oxidize. But what they do, another step, traditionally, it's taken, packed into these little cakes, and then they put them underground for a really long time to give it this earthy fermentation flavor to it. It's really intense, but it's really smooth, and it's actually, if you're a coffee drinker, dark tea. A lot of coffee drinkers love dark tea. It's really smooth, it has a lot of flavor, almost a little floral, but anyway, you're just gonna have to try it. And then we're gonna go into our herbal. So our herbal that we have here today is a red tea, or a rooibos tea. It's from a plant in South Africa. That's where it's commonly from. It has a very nice, almost velvetyness to it, but it's processed completely different because it's an herbal tea. So this one's actually caffeine free, while the rest of these teas are not caffeine free. But also one thing I want to stress is that all of these teas come from the same plant. Yes, the same plant. They're called the Camellia sinensis. And just as there are different types of roses, you have your yellow rose, small roses, large roses, red roses, as you have all your types of roses, that's how it is with tea as well. But they're all essentially the same plant. So just a little hint for you. It doesn't matter the tea that you have. They all come from the same place. But it's the journey of finding the right tea that works best for you that really, really makes it fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Welcome to the end of the video. If you like anything that you saw today, feel free to subscribe. Down below is just a little box. You click it. It's red. It's like this. We come out with these videos every week. Question for you guys, our viewers, is what kind of tea have you been enjoying lately? Put those down in our comments down below, or leave a comment, a question, or criticism, anything. We really try hard to get back to you guys and make sure that your questions get answers, because that's what's good. Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.